right here. Well, folks, let's talk about the NBA. And before we get into this, let me talk about the Super Bowl video that I put out this morning. Now, if you didn't see it, you might want to go watch it, folks. I mean, it's a great breakdown of the basically Patrick Mahomes trying to be in this GOAT debate, how he will never be in the GOAT debate. And we know Stephen A. Smith and these kind of dudes, they try to be like us on social media, right? But they really can't spit the facts, right? They really can't say what they want to say because they got to be politically correct, right? We don't have to do it on YouTube. And, I don't have to do it on YouTube at all because I'm not monetized. But, go check that video out. I mean, we just break it down about the Super Bowl, the GOAT debate that never happened, never will be, and can't even thought about in the future. There's no way. So we want to explain that again. Just go watch the video from this morning. But this is what I want to say. I had people in my comments talking about, oh man, he flip-flopping, man. He changing sides. All this nonsense. Like, Kansas City is not my team. I picked Kansas City to win this game based on what I've seen from Kansas City. Okay? In their experience already winning back-to-back Super Bowls, and how it would be more romantic for the NFL, in their outlets like ESPN and Fox to have a GOAT debate. And what I thought was this GOAT debate could be more legit than the LeBron James, Michael Jordan GOAT debate, right? Because Patrick Mahomes, he already has 3. He was going to go for 4. He was going to be on the 3-peat. We know Patrick Mahomes in the past, was a magician. He had a lot of comebacks. I think, what was he, 3-time Super Bowl MVP? I think, was it a couple-time MVP of the league? All the times he's been to the AFC Championship in so many years. Well, a few years that he's been playing. Blah, blah, blah. So those were the expectations that I seen. And I was just explaining why I would pick them. They're not my team. I don't root for Kansas City. So when they lost, I came out and gave it to them. Because if you have been on my channel, I've told you over and over and over again why Patrick Mahomes could never be the GOAT over Brady. And if he was to win this 3-peat, I would have to bring out a lot of facts and just destroy him. And, I kind of brought him out this morning. But I'm not going to head into that again. But, well, you can see the video if you want to see that. But, again, Kansas City is not my team. That's like me going for Philly and Kansas City loses. Me going for my fault. Me going for Philly and Kansas City wins. Then what? I can't tell the story of what. I got a YouTube sports channel. You never heard me come on here and say, this is my team, this is my team, this is my team. All I told you was who I like to win based on what situation. When I get on here, I don't be like, this and that, and don't explain myself. That would be ridiculous. That would be a Stephen A. Smith. That would be a Shannon Sharp. That would be these fools. And they right. And if they do explain themselves, it's just like so little. So little. You know how Stephen A. Smith goes in on LeBron James when he's defending Michael Jordan. You're like, oh, yawn. Because first he builds him up and licks his butt crack for about 5-10 minutes, and then he so-called tears him down or says some bad stuff about him. The guy that nobody likes, the guy that chased all these fans away from. Well, can you name any great player that's in the top 10 that literally chased fans away from the game? Was it Jordan? Was it Wilt? Was it Russell? Was it Magic? Was it Kareem? Was it Duncan? Was it Bird? Was it Hakeem? Who was it? Was it Kobe? Was it Shaq? What are we talking about, folks? This guy had the lowest rating finals of all time in 2007 after they gave this guy all this damn hype. The King finally arrived after missing the playoffs his first 2 seasons with an all-star teammate. See, Stephen A. Smith can't bang on this dude like me because I will detail his whole career in detail. What I'm trying to say is, nobody wanted to watch him. We literally know they cut out defense in 2005. So the King, with no positional skills, no offensive set, could finally make the damn playoffs. And they had to bring in Larry Hughes. So he did blow a 3-2 lead in his first playoffs. Blew a 3-2 lead going back home. Never won a game after that, folks. And it shows up to the finals. How dumb do they think people are, folks? Are you dumb? Are LeBron fans dumb? Yes. We know this, folks. We know this. In what era could you miss the playoffs your first 2 seasons? Right? Only make the playoffs one time after that, and then the next season you're in the finals. So you only made the playoffs one time in your whole career, in a 4-year span, and then you in the finals. Your second time in the damn playoffs. This is crazy, folks. I just can't even stress how ludicrous and crazy. And that was the weakest East since the 1950s, and he was still missing the playoffs. First 2 seasons. Let's don't forget the second season. What happened? Lost 19 out of 31 after the All-Star break. I mean, this guy can't even get a break. They finally let him an All-Star on the All-Star team his second season, and then he loses 19 of 31 after the All-Star break. Let's don't talk about the Olympics in 04 and the FIBA in 06. But what I'm saying, folks, is nobody wanted to watch this guy play in 2007 because they wasn't dumb. They didn't have First Take and Cold Piece, all this nonsense that they got, I don't know, 2008 or something like that, starting in 2008. Especially First Take. I'm just saying they didn't have these shows protecting this dude because they had no reason to protect this dude. So what I'm trying to say is 2007, nobody want to see this guy. People wasn't dumb back then. There was no media trying to convince you of how, even though he melted down, he's still the king, he's still there. No, man. He went into the finals and people said, pew, we ain't watching this trash. And what's even worse than that, them not even want to watch him play in the finals. They knew he was going to get smoked by some international plumbers. Parker and Ginobili. Ginobili already smoked him in 2004 in the Olympics. And he was going to get smoked in 2007. I mean, that was epic, right? Big shot Bob. He got his 7th ring off of LeBron James. I mean, guys, all these guys sit around, the J.J. Barreras, the Dirk Nowitzkis, the Jason Terrys, the plumbers in the Olympics in 04, the plumbers in the FIBA in 06. And basically all LeBron's opponents that beat him either in the championship game or, the finals or international play, they have the King's rings. They have the King's gold, right? And they sit down and they say, let me tell you an old folk tale. The only thing is, it's not an old folk tale. It's not a fake story. It's real, folks. All these guys have dethroned the king. And what's so sad, this dude is still running the court like a big ass Oompa Loompa against skinny 3-point shooters. And they're saying he has something to prove. He's been smoked all his life by plumbers. He got plumbers going for a 3-peat in his era in the All-Star game. It's so bad that they know that they don't even compete no more because their era guy, the guy that runs the NBA, he don't compete. Because when he tried to compete, he got smoked in the 2010s. He got smoked in the 2000s. So basically, they're out there trying to make money off of somebody who was never great, folks. Was never a leader. What's a leader? Well, a leader don't need to leave his home. A leader don't need to leave his home. He can stay at home and be a leader. He don't need to go to somebody else's house to win. I mean, they beat this dude like a drum so bad. He left his own. When he leave, well, he never had a home after he left Cleveland the first time. Cleveland was not his home when he went back and played with Kyrie. That was Kyrie's home. That was Kyrie's home. That was Dwayne Wade's home. That was Lonzo Ball's home. These type of guys that was already there, folks. So once he left Cleveland the first time, he had no home. The dude's been a gypsy all his life. So that's all I'm saying, folks. You got plumbers and, NBA players sitting around telling their grandchildren, I got this from dethroning the king. And the hell, the king wasn't even on the throne, and we still beat the king, beat the fake king. But the media told us that he's the king. Look at all this jewelry we got from the king. the king ain't got no real jewelry. He ain't got no. He wearing gold plated. This is gold plated that he wearing. We took his jewels. We dethroned him. I'm just saying, folks. Nobody wanted to see this guy in 2007. Nobody was interested. Nobody. You didn't see Michael Jordan. You didn't see Kobe Bryant. And that's what they try to make this guy out to be, right? This perimeter player. Perimeter player? Bro, you ain't no perimeter player. Why would you be a perimeter player when you can't even shoot? And then they try to make him out to be this, like, passer. How can you be a passer when you're averaging 7 assists a game? And you're shooting the most shots on your team? So, basically, you're stripping the point guard out of his position in the guard, saying, and you're the small forward. So you're stripping their duties away to get assists that aren't even, like, I don't know. They're not assists that's game changing. You're just coming out with the ball and throwing it to the guy. Here, let me get my assist. That's it. That's it, folks. Or you got all you guys out on the wing, so at 3-point line, so you can barrel to the basket. And then if they collapse and try to stop you, guess what? You're gonna kick it out to them. You're gonna kick it out to the 3-point shooters. I'm just saying, folks, nobody wanted to see this guy play in 2007. I don't. I'm just saying, Michael Jordan went and played against what the LeBron fans like to say was plumbers and played nobody in Utah. But 2 of the highest rating, top 5 or something like that of all time? 97, 98? As far as viewership? I'm just saying, nobody wanted to see the king play, man. The king got skills. The king got good off of TV, folks. So, I'm just saying, folks. They can try to rewrite history if they want, but the people done spoke many times. They don't want to see this guy play. They don't like him. They can keep shoving something down your throat because nobody else really wants to be the face of this league, folks. Joker's like, give me these MVPs, I'm going back to Serbia. Give me this championship, I'm going back to Serbia. That's it. Nobody wants to be deal with these clowns on TV, Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp and Nick. These dudes are clowns, folks. They ain't here to tell you no NBA history. They're not there to do that. And trust me, Curry don't want to be the face of the NBA. That's why they don't give Curry no damn help. Because Curry don't want this. Curry don't want to be a puppet for these fools. So Scap Attack, all this crying that this guy did throughout the year. Joker need more help, man. Joker need more help. What about Joker, man? Joker MVP. Joker this. Joker that. He ain't got no help, man. Folks, they are number 3 in the West after all that crying and moping that Scap did. They are number 3, 2.5 behind Memphis Grizzlies? Really? Who the hell does Memphis have on their team? John Morant is having a down year. Who the hell is on the Memphis Grizzlies? Are you serious? The Memphis Grizzlies are in number 2 in the West? Folks, this West is a joke. I thought I seen the damn Detroit Pistons in the 6th seed in the East. And they're like 26 and 27. I don't know, folks. All I know is Scap, he cried us a river, man. I thought we was listening to damn Justin Timberlake all damn season. The guy has no help. And he's in the number 3 spot in 2.5 games out. I can't, folks. Every time a Scap video plays, maybe it's going to say, I want to put on the Justin Timberlake Cry Me a River, maybe. You can't be serious, folks. I mean, this is really exposing how weak this NBA really is. It really exposing that, hey, he didn't need no help. He didn't need no help because once that dust really settled, it was what it was. It is what it is. And it's what I'm going to tell you. This don't have nothing to do with Scap as far as, I'm taking his side. But I try to be fair about these things, folks. I try to be fair about these things. And I try to use the same, what do you want to call it? I put these things on a scale and I weigh them all the same. And what did I say? I said, to me, that SGA is the MVP so far, back then. Why? Because where he has his team, how he's playing on both sides of the ball, and how his team is playing for him. His team is playing for him. They don't have all this great talent on the team. Yes, they're playing good basketball as a team. Show me all these all-stars and all NBA players on that team. Okay. Next, when we look at history of who really Joker has on his team, the Porter Jr., the Murrays, even Bron, even Westbrook. You think those guys on OKC historically measure up to what they got on Denver? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. And we saw what happened to OKC when they went to the in-season tournament championship game. Them guys folded like a piece of paper. They were like deer in the headlights. They were oversized. Milwaukee was just too big for them. I'm being serious. So check this out. With everything being fair, everything being square, we see that Denver is what? They're number 3. And they're, 2 out of the number 2 spot. I'll tell you what. If Denver is able to secure that number 2 seed in the West, I will give Joker that MVP. Yep. To where they was at, I think they were like all the way down to number 6, number 7. And the team was playing awful. I will give Joker the MVP. If he can get to the number 2 seed and he's still putting up those same stats. Because like I said before, earlier, when they was like all the way down at number 6, I was like, nah, bro. Them stats ain't meaning nothing to me. Them is just stats. You showing how weak the league really is. God dang, Magic Johnson won a league MVP over Michael Jordan in '89 after Mike put up 32, 8, and 8. What? And they said Magic Johnson, why? Because he's the most valuable player to his team. What? What? To 3 Hall of Famers, Kareem, Worthy, and Cooper? What you talk about, Wiz? You the most valuable player to those guys? Okay. It's like LeBron James being the most valuable to other teams' number 1 franchise players, right? In 2012, 2003. They said he was the most valuable player in the league playing with other teams' number 1 franchise players. What? So again, it's not about stats, period. It's about, where are you as far as a team player? Is your team really out there playing for you? I mean, you can't put up, all the stats for your team, but are they playing for you? Are they hustling? Do they see that you're out there giving it your all? And so, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Joker can get that to if he locked down a number 2 seed, he's got my MVP. And he's putting up those stats. And because he's at that number 2 seed, not because of his stats, folks. He's in the number 3. He's in the number 3 seed because his team has finally woke up, and they're playing for Joker. So yeah, I can't give it. If Joker gets that number 2 seed behind OKC, I can't give it to SGA. Can't. Sorry. This man putting up all those stats? Because we got to remember, I don't celebrate stats like this. This is what this era does, right? LeBron James made his name off of stats. Off of stats. So again, the same era that LeBron James plays in, Joker has been playing in since what, 2015, 14, 15? So are we to take away LeBron's stats and him stat padding and him doing this, doing that with his stats? You know, do we want to take that away? Ain't that what they praise in this era? They don't praise, you know, positional basketball, winning, and all this stuff. They praise stats. So if Joker puts up all these stats, well, he continues to, and he wins MVP, you can't knock him. You would have to knock LeBron James. See how they do it? What happened was, dude sat back and said, this is how you win MVP. This is how you get, you know, all the clout off of stats. So Luka said, I'm going to do it. Joker said, I'm going to do it. So they did it. This is how you make $50 million a year? This is how you make $60 million a year? By stats? Okay. So you can hold me to that. You ain't gonna hear me flip-flop on I don't flip-flop on anything. I ain't flip-flop just because now I'm saying there's no way, in my opinion, SGA can win that if Joker gets his team the number 2 seed and putting up them stats and, you know, owner of all the box metrics and all this stuff. No way. No way. Just like I said, no way that Joker is going to win it if he's not top 5. And I don't even think he could have did it if he was like 5 or 4. I'm talking about if he gets that number 2, because I don't think he's going to get the number 1. If he gets if he comes back and get that number 1 seed, man, you better get that man unanimous MVP. Anybody putting up them stats on the number 1 seed? Man, forget about it. But yeah, I just try to keep that same smoke. And I don't care who, man. Hey, man, you flip-flopping, man. Look, the season ain't over. I wasn't sitting there crying like scat. Whoa, man, the man need more help, man. I guess because he white, man. Y'all don't want to give him no help, man. I guess everybody getting help. What do this man got to do to get help? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. The grown-ass damn man, he don't want no help. This is his team. If he wanted help, he would open his mouth and say, look, guys, I need some help. Porter ain't doing it. Don't let Porter sign that contract. I'll be gone. If he signed that contract, I'm going to waive my no trade or whatever it is. I'm gone after this contract. If Porter signed that contract, if Murray signed that contract, I'm out. I'm out, folks. You can't sign these guys to a superstar contract and they ain't even making all-star teams. But guess what, folks? He wants to play with those guys. He wants to play with them guys. He don't want to play with other guys. He's comfortable playing with those guys. He don't want that type of spotlight. You think he want to play with Playoff P? You think he want to play with Jimmy Butler? You think he want to play with Luka? I mean, he might want to play with Luka. But he likes the guys he's playing with. Okay? That's what Scap ain't trying to tell you. Scap trying to make up excuses for what's going on. He's trying to deflect what's going on. And what's going on, the man don't want to play with these other guys in the league. He want to play with those guys he's been playing with. They like brothers to him. They like his brothers. He get along with them. He might not win a lot of championships. But look, he's going to get these MVPs. And this, look, this is what we're going to talk about. Because I want to talk about this too. And I was about to say, this championship stuff don't matter to them folks. Most of these guys in this era, look at the guy that they're under, LeBron James. He don't care about winning championships, folks. And, you know, I hear sports and fitness rants when he's putting out these videos, you know, the playoff P's, the Zion Williams, Fred Durant, all these guys not showing up, folks. They're not showing up to games. They do show up. They're just going through the motions. And what I'm going to say is you ain't going to get nothing else out of these guys but what it is. It is what it is. Look, guys, when we look at that top 10, like I keep trying to tell you, for me, my top 10, I don't have LeBron James in there. But when I look at that top 10, which is usually universal, right? It don't matter how you want to put them, whatever, like that. And, for the most part, like I said, maybe LeBron might be in yours. He's not in mine. But when we look at these guys like Michael Jordan, Wilt, Kareem, Russell, Magic, Bird, Hakeem, Shaq, Kobe, I don't think I missed any. I might have missed one. Well, I think I got to get one more because, LeBron isn't in there. I don't know, man. Did I say Duncan? Definitely Duncan if I didn't say him. I don't know if that's 10 or what. I wasn't even counting. But if I'm missing one, I would throw Steph Curry in there. I would throw Steph Curry in there. But if Joker gets another MVP, I got to put Joker in there. I got to put Joker. There's no way I'm going to leave him out if he gets another MVP. So yeah, that's it. But what I'm trying to say is those top 10 guys, no other guys will ever replace those guys. They won't. And that's why you see these guys, they're going through the motion, folks. They're just going through the motions. They're not here to win. They're not here to be all-time great because they can make money off of not being all-time great. Their greatness has to do with the TV, folks. Their greatness has to do with rule changes, folks. And I already told you, you already know if you come to this channel, I don't think these guys make the money we've been told. Do they make millions? Yes. But it says somebody's contract is say they're making $60 million that year. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Like I said, these guys, I don't know, maybe the past 15, 20 years, I don't see anything that warrants that. Like I said, with the decline of the NBA, nobody's watching this crap. It's just not the viewership. You got to think, when the NBA declines, it's a lot that declines, folks. They're not selling basketballs no more like they used to. They're not selling hats, jerseys, a lot of stuff that has to do with the NBA, folks. Not just the viewership. So, anyway, we won't get too deep into that. If you already come to this channel, you already know I'll give you the business about that. A whole damn breakdown of why I don't think these guys are making this kind of money. But they just won't never be in that top 10. Look at the competition. Look how they're playing. There's nothing that will ever warrant them to be in that top 10, folks. No players coming after these guys that I just mentioned. I mean, sorry. You can be hurt if you want to, but it's not going to happen. And I didn't even, we got other guys way after them that's in that top 10. Your Jerry West and Charles Barkley and Karl Malone and David Robinsons. And I mean, are you serious? We could just go on and on. These guys in the 2020s, it's a joke, folks. It's a joke. They're just out there. Basically, they're out there playing a pickup game. That's it. These are fake head coaches. Sorry. Don't say that. They are, folks. They have no control over their team. Like Sports and Fitness Rants was saying, whatever happened to, you're blowing the team off the floor. And the coach, he just says, okay, let's go. The whole damn bench clears, and the second team comes in. That's it. I don't want to get my guys hurt. I don't want to show poor sportsmanship. No, folks. These guys stay out there stat padding. Coaches won't let you do that back in the day. Coaches teach you back in the day what you did wrong, what you need to look for, what you need to do better. Don't matter if you made millions of dollars. How can you be a winner? How can you be a team player if the coach ain't doing what the coach is supposed to do? What the hell is the coach there for there? I can't even say. What the hell is the coach there for then, right? These aren't real head coaches. You don't believe me, young people? I want you to go back and watch some of these 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s games. These coaches were blowing like a kettle. They were screaming. They were cussing. They were going at players. Don't even go to college. Forget about it. Don't even go to college back in the day. They didn't give a damn who you was. We just think of Bobby Knight because he just he just looked at dudes like, if I had that talent, I would be playing defense on that guy. I would be in this position to do this. That's why he was going crazy. And coaches were just like Bobby Knight. They didn't get to that extent, but they were damn near close, folks. They were damn near close. They didn't have a job just to make money. That's what these coaches have today. They had a job to be the best. They wanted to be the best coach of all time. They wanted to pass that coach in the rankings. This is what these players wanted to do back in the day. Michael Jordan, he wanted to come in and be better than Dr. J. These players in the top 10, they just didn't walk in and some media say, oh yeah, these guys top 10, man, because they can put up some stats. No. It was a whole nother damn top 10 back in the day. And they had to pass these guys based on playing basketball, based on winning championships, based on being leaders, based on statistical titles, based on greatness, based on not pointing the finger at somebody else, holding yourself accountable, taking the blame even when it's not even your fault. These guys ain't got it, folks. These guys today ain't got it. These dudes out here playing AAU ball. Really? Looking frail. Hey, to me, this is what they better do. They cut this season short. I don't know, maybe give them 60 games. Cut out the in-season tournament. Cut out all these shenanigans and get them 60 games. Because it's obvious these guys ain't making these contracts that we've been told. So they're not really playing. They're just going through the motions. They got you dummies thinking they make this kind of money. So you're out there saying, oh man, these guys ain't living up to their contract, man. These guys stealing from the fans. Nope. They know they ain't making this kind of money. That's why they podcast, and that's why they finding other ways to make money. Because they ain't making this kind of money that we've been told. But yeah, cut the season, the 60 games. Maybe, look, cut the season to 60 games. We do five games in the first round. That's it. In the playoffs, you got five games in the first round in the playoffs, and then you go after that. You go to second round, third round, whatever. You go to 7 games. Let's get this over, folks. This ain't even worth watching. Why are they wasting people's time? Why would you play a 70-game schedule and players ain't even there? Your star players ain't there. How does that make any sense? Your star players ain't there, but you want to play 70 games still in front of damn fans. Trying to convince them dudes that don't even show up to the game is worth all this money. Dudes who do show up and ain't even competitive is worth this money? And look at this NBA, folks. All it's about is a damn soap opera. Hey, Anthony Davis, fake an injury so we can talk about it. Let's do this. It's all fake, folks. To me, it's all fake. They will do anything to have people continue to talk about this NBA. There's nothing to talk about. Can you go a whole month just talk about the games, being competitive, the on-court play, like the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 70s, the 60s. Yes, we do need a little soap opera. We don't need damn 95% of a soap opera. Who the hell wants that? You guys ain't even playing basketball if it's a 95% of a damn soap opera. This is crazy, folks. I just don't get it, man. So tell me what you think.